I've sold close to 150 homes just YouTube within the last 3 years.
That's a home a week.
Biggest issue with me is that I never know how to just give a little bit.
What's probably better is that you spend 80% of your time being that real estate agent. This type of information, these decisions that you have made, this is prime information to give behind the scenes. I think you have at least a $500,000 a year coaching business.
I love that.
YouTube, sales, like the Stand Store, and AI is just, you're just primed. 2026 is when you start on YouTube. I have just been binge watching your stuff on YouTube. I can't believe it, but it's just so creative and smart to do what you're doing. I want my audience to know right away what you do on YouTube. So how would you describe who you are and what you do?
So I am the monarch of real estate, and I own a real estate business, and I leverage YouTube to sustain my business. That's where I'm able to build relationships with buyers, sellers, and investors, and help them evolve in real estate.
Okay, so I know from your videos, because you're so personable on your videos, you talk about yourself a lot, which I think is good. That's what I teach. It's like anybody can sell a house, but it's about the person, right? So I know that you have a big family. You want to talk about your family a little bit?
I do. I have 6 kids. So my husband and I have 3 biological sons, and we were foster parents. So we adopted a sibling group of 3. So they have the same biological parents. So yeah, we have 4 boys and 2 girls.
And you're doing all this out of Florida, right? What part of
Florida.
Florida? What part?
So I'm in Central Florida. My business, I operate like in Ocala down to Tampa and then everywhere in between.
And then how long have you been selling houses?
Wow. So I've been selling houses going on 6 years now.
Okay, 6 years. And then how long have you been selling houses through YouTube?
3 years.
Okay, so we got to understand what happened there. So you were selling houses, and
hmm
let everybody know if they're not or we're not, familiar. You sell a house, you sell them one at a time.
I do residential.
Yeah.
So just, yeah, you could work with corporate and buy like and help the corporations buy dozens of properties, but no, I help residential
So you
families.
help families and single people buy
Yeah.
houses. Okay.
Yeah, correct. Whether it's their first time, they're relocating, whether they're upsizing, downsizing, or now I think the term is right sizing, right?
Mm,
So I was like, okay, I like
that makes
that.
sense. That makes sense. So you're in Florida and you're selling homes to families and to single people, right sizing. And what was that thing that told you, oh, let me try YouTube?
So we have some really like heavy hitters in my real estate office where one of the guys, he's the one who introduced the YouTube sector in our office because he used to do like a lot of traveling and a lot of blogging on YouTube and things like that. So he kind of went into it with real estate. And I went to one class of another agent, right? And he was like, "This is my blueprint. This is what I do, right? This is how I gain leads. And all I need is a plan. Like, oh, that's how I've always been. If you giving me the steps that you took, oh, I'm gonna take it too. But I'm of course gonna make it my own." And I just ran with it. I ran with it.
I love that. And I remember you said that your videos used to be shorter. And basically, you walk people through different houses. But now you said that you kind of created your own, uh, uh,
HGTV.
yeah, HGTV. I love that. So it really is like that when you watch your videos. It feels like, oh, I'm seeing like house hunters or, like I'm seeing that. And how long did it take you to get into the groove when it came to your style?
Yeah, it took a few videos, right? It took because I was like, I was a little timid in front of the camera and I'm like, I don't know what to say, right? And then you get the analysis paralysis, like everything has to be perfect, right? You have to have the right equipment, you have to have the most expensive drone and the camera and all of this other stuff. One of my first videos are the video is shaking, right? My husband, because he got voluntold that he was gonna record me, right? Um we gotta make money, right? We gotta feed these kids. You're gonna help me with this. And I'm whispering, right, when I'm going through the houses, like if it's a model home, because I know the sales agents are there. And I'm different. I'm just like, listen, I'm trying to help. I'm helping you sell this house, right? So if I need to be as, not screaming, but just my regular voice, right? So it took a couple of videos to kind of get a little bit comfortable in front of the camera, and also where it's like, okay, what do I want to show the people, right? Like, what do I want to show the viewers? And I'm like, and they always say you have to start with a hook. You have to start with a hook. And I'm just like, man, what do I want my hook to be? And so we were just kind of, my husband and I were collaborating, and I said something, and I was like, well, then look no further. I got you, right? Because I was
Mhm.
born and raised in New York. So that's how we talk, right? And so now I'm known as the I got you girl.
Ooh,
Yes.
okay.
So I'm known as, so every time, I kid you not, all the people who call, they be like, oh, Alexis, I know you got me. Or they be like, I got you, girl. One of my clients, we were at a community, and he was like, listen, he was like, Alexis, I was watching another realtor's video, and she said, I got you. And I commented, and I was like, you can't say that because Alexis Diaz says that.
Hey, I hope you're enjoying this episode. I'll let you get right back to it. But first, I wanted to tell you about something that I'm doing that I've never done before. It's very exciting. If you are someone who's always wanted to be on this channel, have me interview you, and maybe even help you through something on camera so you can promote your offer, promote your business, and get people to your own social media or YouTube, this is for you. Right now, for a limited number of people, I am having you buy time with me, buy time and exposure on my channel. It is very reasonably priced, and you can look at the description below to get the link to buy some time. We will have a 30-minute or so interview. I'll have my team of professional editors put together something amazing for you. You get that file, so you can download that file and use it however you'd like. And then I will put it on my YouTube channel, 200,000 subscribers just for you. And you'll get that full day. Now, make sure you look at all the instructions inside of that link that is below. I can't wait to interview you. And will I see you here next? One thing you do that I really love is that you put your number to reach you for houses on the screen. Like you're not timid or waiting for people to figure it out. You're like helping instruct them. Is that something that you just built over time, or is it just like,
Absolutely.
yep,
Yeah, because I was like, I feel like you have to coach your viewers on how you want them to reach you, right? So I always in my videos, hey guys, the best way, if you want to work with us here at the Evolve Estates Group, well, the best way to reach us is in my YouTube. There's a link. That link is to my calendar, blah, 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 blah. If all that's too much, you'll see on the screen here, you're going to find my phone number, my email address. Call me, send me a text, send me an email. So send me a smoke signal. We got you, right? So
yeah,
that's, and I say the same thing over and over and over and over and over in every video, right? Sometimes it gets redundant, and then my viewers who always watch my video, they probably skip over it, right? But
yep.
we get new viewers every video, so you
That's
always have to.
right. That's really important because, Stephen Bartlett, who has 10 million plus subscribers, every single video, he's going to say at the top, subscribe. And he's going to talk about subscribing, no matter how many people have seen that before, because what you just said, every single video is an opportunity to have more new viewers.
Hmm.
And sometimes it's not even about the new viewers. Sometimes it takes 5 or 10 times for a current viewer to hear something for it to click. And then it's like, okay, now that's just part of who she is. So
Hmm.
talk to me a little bit about the results you've seen.
Oh
I
man.
heard a staggering number about how many houses you've been able to sell. Can you want to
Yeah,
talk about it?
yeah, absolutely, man. I've been super blessed. I've sold close to 150 homes just YouTube within the last 3 years.
That's a home a week.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing. And but you know what? I always tell people, especially real estate agents, where, if somebody's coming on YouTube and they're looking for a quick result, it ain't it. It ain't it. It's
Yeah.
a long term. Like it's long term. Like if you're looking for instant gratification, it's just YouTube is not it. Don't even do it.
Break that down for people. What does that long term mean? Like, how long did it take you to do everything consistently until you saw something happen?
About 4 months.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I tell people give it up to 6 months to
Hmm.
just plan it. But here's the thing. If I look back on the times so many times where I was homeless, so many times where I was hungry, so many times. And you told me that all I needed to do was do something for 6 months, do something. And on the other side of that was like potentially setting me up for life. You better believe I would have done it if I knew about it, right? So it's really, really important. On my channel recently, I have gone even more in on telling people now is the time. 2026 is when you start on YouTube. So let's break it down even more. What you do is you get a listing. And what I've seen you do is it's a lot in, what are they called? These different, it's like new constructions, right? Is
New
that what?
construction communities?
Communities, yeah. So it's like what I think is really clever about it is the new construction communities, because you're talking to somebody who only grew up in apartments, you know what I mean? Like, so,
Same. Same.
yeah. So new construction communities, I remember when my mom and I were homeless, we were living out of a hotel in Pearland, Texas, and we went to a new construction one day to get a tour just to make ourselves feel better because we were just so depressed. And we were like, one day, one day. And now, my mom is in a lake house in Rockwall, and it's just really, really cool. So what's cool about the communities is that they have different models, and you're able to show a model, and then people call you up. Is that how it works? Like you walk us through the model, and then we can see that model. Maybe the next week we see that other model,
Yeah.
and then we can
So,
call up.
yeah. So for me, I mean, there's so many different types of videos, especially in the real estate sector, where on YouTube, right? You have a lot of like that clickbait where me personally, I don't like, right? I don't like don't move here, right? Like
Mm,
everybody's leaving here, right?
yeah.
That's not my vibe. Because I just kind of feel like that's the scarcity in people, right? And I want to work with people who are abundant, you know?
Mm.
And so I like the home tours. Now, I still like I'm not seller heavy, I'm more buyer heavy, right? So I work with more buyers than sellers, right? So yes, if I have my own listing, I'll go ahead and I'll put it on YouTube. But I go to new construction communities and I'm like, hey, I speak to the agent. I'm like, I would love to, showcase your models. I would love to put it on my channel so that I could bring you guys a buyer, right?
Yeah.
And so I tend to tour homes where I'm very like I'm excited, because if it's an ugly house and there's carpet everywhere and you have laminate countertops, we're already in 2026. Like that's boring, right?
Mm,
Unless it's a really good price for an investment or it's something like that, right? So
yeah.
I tend to choose things that I know people are gonna like and that I enjoy touring as well.
So on a given week or given day, how many calls do you get that you can trace back to YouTube?
For me, what I've noticed is comparing YouTube to your other social media, like let's say Instagram, Facebook, you'll get the leads by the masses on TikTok and Instagram and all that, but you
Mm,
have to sift through them, right? YouTube, for me, for my experience, is the qualified leads, right? So I get between 30 to 50 qualified leads per month.
wow, for houses, everybody. And that's how you're able to sell a house a week.
Correct. Yeah, because some people it's not that they're not qualified, but maybe they're just not ready, right? Or they have to sell their house and
Yeah.
in order to buy over here, right? Or some people are just not ready until 2027, right? So
Yeah.
we have a lot of people in our pipeline, but then of course we have our contracts as well.
And do people call you up and say, okay, I talked to you 3 months ago, I'm now ready?
So yes, and we always make it a point for a follow-up, right?
Oh,
Because you still have to follow up.
you get in touch. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. I mean, I'm just thinking through it, like somebody who's in Missouri or Kansas
Mhm.
and they sell real estate or they even rent out apartment, like, different things. Like, do you think that this model is the right model for almost any type of real estate sale?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And so for okay, let's talk YouTube. So for me, for my channel, everybody's channel is different, right?
Yeah.
So I saw when I incorporated shorts into my channel, it tanked my views.
Whoa.
Yes, why? Because a lot of the viewers for my channel are long form content viewers, not short form content. So I stopped it. I was like, okay, we're just focusing on long form content. And honestly, 90% of the people who watch me on YouTube watch me on TV,
Yes,
on
because
their
it's like
TV.
It's like HDTV. So why
Yes.
would that's how I watch you.
Yes.
I really don't want to watch you on my phone. That doesn't make sense because I can't see it close enough. And not
Mm-hmm.
even on my laptop because I'm like, I want to see that drawer she pulls out. I want to do that. I want it to, and I hadn't thought of it until you just said it, but it's because of that feel. It's because of that feel. I'm watching a TV show. I
Mm-hmm.
love that. So, we've gone back and forth on this channel about short. For some people, it's going to be the gateway. It's going to help you break through, and it just may be good practice. But
Mm-hmm.
for other people, shorts just don't work. And I'm glad you're saying that out loud. So then, is this the formula for you? Like in 2026, is it find a house, find a model, film it, and then put it on YouTube?
Absolutely. Yeah. And the thing about it though, too, is like what is going to differentiate yourself from the other real estate agents? Because in my market, we have so many realtors on YouTube covering the same exact communities, the same exact floor plans, right? So now it comes down to what's separating you, right? Number one,
Mm,
your authenticity is going to separate you, right? Number two, speaking to your avatar because you don't want to speak to everybody, right? So for example, me personally, I like working with people from up north. Why? We speak the same language, right? We have the same vibe, the same culture, right? So we're aligned. And so in my videos, I always incorporate, and my husband told me to do this since day one, where what you say matters in YouTube because they're gonna use those words and push it out. So in every single video, I talk about the kitchen island, right? I
yeah.
always say that I'm an island girl. I was born and raised in Staten Island, New York. I'm half Puerto Rican, I'm half Dominican, right? Do you know how many people have called me from Staten Island? It's crazy.
Wow.
Or even from the Caribbeans, right?
Yep.
And then again, that's another factor where people was like, oh, I'm an island. People call me and be like, I'm an island boy or I'm an island
Yeah.
girl too,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
so yes, that 2026. So another way I differentiate myself because I was like, okay, I'm authentically me. That's who I am. I'll tell everybody this. Who I am in person is who I am in my videos, right?
Yeah.
But I need more. Okay, I'm hands-on. Like you have to really like break it down to me, paper, pen. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to break down some numbers for the viewers just so that they have a better understanding of what to look forward to. Okay. Okay. So I created Monarch School of Real Estate. Did it start off like that? No, it didn't, but it evolved into it.
Mm.
And I got a whiteboard and I was like, okay, if this house is priced at $300,000, just because it's priced at $300,000 doesn't mean we need to pay $300,000, but we're going to go based off that. And then I'm like, okay, I talk about financing, right? If a FHA loan, 3.5% of the purchase price, what does that look like? Everybody only thinks that they have a down payment. They have closing costs too. What the heck are closing costs, right? So I'm explaining that in my videos in Monarch School of Real Estate. What else I'm explaining? Taxes, especially on new construction, your taxes are extremely low because it's only based on land value, right? But the second year, your taxes go up because now
Mm.
there's a house on that. So I need you to understand what your estimated taxes are going to be. What I also do, I kill the noise in my video too, because a lot of videos out there, no house can get insured in Florida and all this other stuff. So I talk about homeowners insurance, right? And how low it is, right?
Mm.
And so like I kill the noise within the video
With
too, but
facts, with
yes,
information. Mm-hmm.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. And so you're setting yourself apart. And this is, by the way, anybody watching, this is for more than real estate. Like any niche you have, all of this applies. Is setting yourself apart. Another thing you do is you're really honest.
Oh
So
yeah.
you'll say like, you know me, I don't like you hate coffee tables.
I hate coffee tables.
You hate coffee tables, and you'll let people know like I do. You know me, I don't. If that's for them, that's for you. But it's just
Mm-hmm.
like it makes it feel like a friend is giving us a tour, and we're just gonna go, and and that builds trust. And that's like the biggest thing, especially in this world of AI and this world of like influencer. Building trust is the top priority for 2026 and doing it
Mm-hmm.
authentically, obviously.
I
That's the
agree.
only way real trust can happen. So, is there anything that you do when you film like that would be helpful to anybody? Like how long does it take you to film and
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, I always work, I'm a big believer of bartering, right? In the sense of like, because a lot of real estate agents, when they first come into the industry, they don't have 6 months of savings, right? They're on the like grind. I need to close a deal like ASAP, right?
Yeah.
And they don't have money, right? So a lot of people think, damn, I need money for in trade for services. No, you could do service for service, right?
Yeah.
So grab another agent who's interested in doing social media, right? Record each other. I think that's extremely important. You want to start off with just your iPhone. That's what we started off with. Our iPhone, we did buy the cheapest drone that we could find. It was in like 2K. It wasn't even clear, but I mean, it went. You saw the sky, right?
Yeah.
You saw the house from the sky. Um, and so what we do is so my husband and I, a lot of the times I like for him to go ahead and get the drone, get all the footage that we possibly need ahead of time. So then when I show up, it only takes me about 30 minutes to go record just because I'm experienced, right? But it's gonna probably take an hour for a beginner. But we do drone, we do B-roll, right? Which is for us, it's empty shots of the beautiful house, and then we do drone. I mean, no, drone, B-roll, and then the principal when I'm in there.
Yeah. Yeah. And you have a mic.
I have a
Um,
mic.
is it
I
hard to?
think it's important. I think
Yeah.
I like DJI. I've used that from the very beginning because
Yeah.
what happens is like when you buy those really 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 cheap microphones like the $20 ones, it just doesn't sound good.
Yeah. It's easy to mess with. So you
Yeah.
get a DJI, that's your
Mhm.
suggestion. And then is it hard to like the technical side of it for anybody who's watching who's like, oh, I want to demonstrate something, whatever it is, because like demonstration on YouTube is amazing. Is it hard to sync the mic to the phone or to the camera? Does that take it like, how did you learn how to do all that?
Well, my husband is very technical, so that's him.
Okay.
But no, it's so when we first started, we literally put the mic here. We that receiver,
Yeah,
and that's it.
that's it. Wow. That's so cool. Okay.
Mhm.
And I want to make sure that I get everything I can because you're so helpful the way you describe things. Was 2025 your biggest year yet?
No.
Which would,
So 2024 was my biggest year. So 2024, I sold 59 houses. 2025, I sold 52 houses.
yeah.
2025 was really hard, really, really
How
hard.
so?
Because a lot of deals were just falling apart, falling apart.
Really?
A big thing about deals falling apart was the student loans coming out of deferment, and not a lot of people knew that the student loans came out of deferment, so they accumulated late. And so some of the lenders were like, "Oh, well, that's your responsibility. And you're no longer able to get approved for this loan, right?" Or
Wow.
the government shutdown, right? Where it was like, "Oh my gosh." So there were so many deals that just fell apart. And of course, I had listings that went expired, right? Because sometimes and now this year I made a pact and I was like, I'm not taking overpriced listings because what happens is when a seller really doesn't need to sell and their expectations of what they think their house is worth versus what is actually worth, right? If you take an overpriced listing, you guys are going to slowly come down, slowly come down. Now the house is not even appealing anymore, right? Now the buyers are going to come and they're going to be like, oh, I'm going to give a low ball offer, right? Or you get no offers. And then the sellers start looking at you sideways, right? And so
Hmm.
just last week, I declined 3 listings because the numbers where they were at, it just wasn't achievable.
You are an advocate for the buyer, it sounds like.
No, I'm an advocate for my client, right? So
Okay.
if I'm dealing with the seller, then yeah, I'm gonna get them the most money that I possibly can. But if in their head their house is worth 450,000, but it will only sell for about 385, we have a big gap.
What do you get more of? Do you get more sellers or more buyers who are your
Buyers.
customers? More buyers who are your customers. Okay, that's what I was trying to get to is it is
I do have more buyers.
if somebody is watching this and they've seen the clips from your YouTube channel, they've seen you, they're like, I like this person. I really do. And they live in Orlando, or maybe they don't, but they want a home in Orlando. Can they just reach out to you and say, hey, can you find me something?
Yeah, absolutely.
Amazing. So that's what we'll do. We'll put your number up. Only truly interested people call because we don't want to mess up your
Yeah,
metrics.
And don't, if you're a real estate agent, please don't, I always say this, please don't subscribe to my channel, right? Because I don't want ghost viewers, right? I want people who are going to be there and watch my videos and interact. I'm
Yeah.
not there for, oh, everybody just come and subscribe to my channel. No,
Do you, as a real estate agent, do like pay for ads anywhere?
I do not.
You don't. Have you ever done that, like on Facebook or anything like that? Never thought
No.
of it. Never
I've
crossed your mind.
thought of it. I've
Yeah.
thought of it. So there's actually this platform, right? There's for real estate agents, and they are on Facebook, right? But what I didn't, so it's a good amount. Like it's pretty expensive of what they're asking for. Like you're getting leads, you're building kind of like that face for yourself in your area,
Yeah.
right? But you have to record your own content, right? And you send it to them to edit, but their edits are super simple. It's nothing like, so you're basically paying for the knowledge of how to do the ads because you even have to pay in addition for the actual ad
The ads
spend.
themselves. Yeah. So what I would take from that is if you can sell a house every week in Florida without paying anybody for ads because YouTube exists and because you took the time to invest in the training and the reps and all of that, the experience, isn't that worth it? I
It
mean,
is.
there's some people who are real estate agents who spend tens of thousands of dollars every month on ads, and you're doing it all, and YouTube is even paying you because that you're monetized. So it's just a really interesting way. And hey, I've been saying this for a while. We don't know how long this lasts. We don't
Hmm.
know how long YouTube works this way or is works this well. We don't know if YouTube is going to be around 10 years from now doing the same thing. So this is the moment to take advantage of it. I think for the next 3 to 5 years, we're set. And then after that, it's anybody's guess.
Absolutely. Like now I'm like, so again, when we first started off, I said I'm the monarch of real estate, right? I love butterflies. I love the symbolization. I love the evolution. So now where I am, I'm like, okay, how can I take my YouTube to the next level, right? Like, what does that look like, Because I know that my videos could just reach so many more people, right? And so that's something that I'm working on to see how I can get into the virality of it.
Yeah,
So yeah,
that's interesting. Oh, I have ideas, but you know me, I'm gonna keep it moving. But that's awesome. Yeah, I hope that happens. I can see you. You know who you remind me of a little bit is the guy who does the jets, like he sells private planes.
I've heard of him. I just don't know his name.
Yeah, I mean, sure there are more than one, but there's this one guy who just like what he sells private planes, and he knows most people watching are not going to be able to buy a private plane, but all that matters is that one person watching is able to buy a private plane that month, and who knows how many millions he makes off of it. And one of the things he does a lot of training like you do, a lot of demonstrating, showing, making you part of it, and aspirational so that you can go to him if you reach that one day. But he also incorporates celebrity. And I don't think that everybody can bring celebrities in. I'm not saying that that's going to have to be your angle, but I wonder if there's someone maybe in sports or something that makes sense that is kind of almost like would be trippy to have walk like just sitting on the couch when you walk around the corner
Mhm.
and it starts to be this thing. And then if you can make that happen, other people will start asking you to be in it. They'll start
Mm.
asking to be that surprise person who's around the corner.
I love that.
Yeah, that could be super interesting. You could start off something local because that's what really matters, and then kind of work its way up to it.
I love that.
Yeah, yeah. And also, I don't know if you saw my video with Rachel Adams Lee, but she's one of the top 1,000 real estate agents in the country, and she started selling her course about doing that. And I was wondering if you're gonna, because you
I
can teach a
watched that.
lot.
I watched that, and that's where I'm at, right? That's where I'm at, where I am going to open up a coaching sector. But then it's kind of like there's just so many questions, right? Because I see a lot of marketing angles where it's like you do kind of like a virtual workshop, like a seminar, and you only charge like, let's just say $47 and things like that. But my biggest issue with me is that I never know how to just give a little bit, right? Like
Yeah.
I've always been an all or nothing type of person. So it's kind of like, because they say you just give a little bit of sprinkle so that they want more, right? But then I'm like, but I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, I would say for you, and I totally know what you're talking about because I'm in that space, but I just think for you, it's pretty straightforward. Like if you had something that was like a $1,500 training that was already, you filmed it, like you film it in a cool way where you're just showing behind the scenes, like you're showing the camera. It's not for YouTube, right? It's paid. So you're showing the real estate agent, look, this is the kind of camera we use. This is how you hook it up. This is what you do. I'm going to walk you through. I'm going to show you exactly what it looks like to walk through. Have a third camera or a second camera watch showing this part of it, right? Like this,
Mm-hmm.
have that, and then have some that are sit downs, like, and you speak in their language because they already understand most of the stuff I didn't understand. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like they're already like, oh yeah, so you know, and then you have to decide. You're saying this to them. Then you have to decide: are you going to look more buy side or this? And what you just said to me, Alexis, what you just said was, I don't want other real estate agents watching that channel. I don't, unless they're going to really watch the videos. So this type of information, these decisions that you have made, this
Mm-hmm.
is prime information to give behind the scenes to the people who paid for it. Because
Mm.
if you think about what you said, is the reason that you started YouTube and the reason you've sold more than 100 additional houses is because you went to a training. So
Mm-hmm.
that is the best way to explain it. Like, look, 3 years ago, I went into a training and it helped me, and this is what happened. Simple. For $1,500, less than any of your commission, you know, if you sell one house because of this, you get, I give you everything. I give you this, and I'm going to give you the workbooks that you're going to go through. You're going to go through the work. So the part of you that likes to over deliver can be over delivered in
Mm-hmm.
this session.
See, but see, that's where I'm just like, okay, so I get it, and I
Mhm.
respect everything you just said, right?
Yeah.
So the thing that I'm a little bit like toying with as well is that, okay, where does it, that's, I feel like that's kind of like a module, right? But it, when it comes to me, that like, let's say I'm helping, I'm helping you create your channel, right? We're collaborating on titles and thumbnails and all of that other stuff. Whereas it more of a group coaching, right? We got coaching once a week or whatever. Like I feel like that's worth way more than a $1,500.
Oh, the 1,500 was just like a on-demand course.
Just on the main course. Okay.
Because I think you could go in and do the titles and do all that. Like I have a whole company that does that, a whole business that does that. I think you could do that. But I think what's probably better is that you spend 80% of your time being that real estate agent, being that person, and you have this on-demand course that you filmed once and you keep, you know, maintained, but you always are sending people to it on this other lane.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, again, like Rachel, she got the most money from that. Like she made the most from that.
I saw.
And it's just like it's going to be helpful for people for the next 2 or 3 years, starting new, right? So I think that you have that, and then within that, they take the course. Within the course, you could always have an upsell. You could always have, hey, do you want my team to just do this for you? My team will all you have to do is film. My team will come film for you, or my team will take your videos and we'll edit it and we'll do the thumbnails. We'll do all that. And that could be the 5, 10, 20K
Mm-hmm.
package that's
Mm-hmm.
only shown to the people who took the course.
Took the course.
Because what I would hate for you is to be so like it believe me, because I do this.
Mhm.
We did 500 videos for 30 clients in 2025. Like
Wow.
I'm telling you, it is a lot. So it's like, I think you may lose some of the love for it and some of your own creativity if you have to deal with all of that. But if it's instead, it's like, no, actually, I find one kind of pipeline to $1,500, $2,500, 5,000. I don't, you know the pricing better than I would for the audience. What would it be worth to you? Charge that. I'm saying 1,500 because I don't know any better, but it could be that it's 6,000 or 12 or
Mm.
whatever. But as long as they get the result, all you're saying to them is not, I'm not going to help. I'm not going to tell you I'm going to make you more money. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to take you from not having a channel or having a boring channel to having a thriving channel like mine, and where you have the potential to get more leads that are qualified. That's
I
really
love
the
that.
promise. And then everything else, I think you make the decision about doing more hands-on stuff after you've seen how that does, because it
Mm.
may be like enough. You might be like, yeah, I'm making an extra 20, 30, 50,000 a month with that alone. I don't need to go out and hold someone's hand on thumbnails.
Yeah, so the honestly the ultimate goal for me is just to get so much like real estate business where I build a team and I no longer service the buyers and the sellers, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I don't want to show homes for the rest of my life, to be very honest,
yeah.
right? So and then I want to be the on the agent side, right? So the digital products. Rachel, when I saw her, when I saw that video and I was like, oh my gosh, she made like almost $700,000
Yep, yep. I was
on
sitting across from
top.
her for a whole day, and she was going through it just a few years ago, going through it. So it is all there. Like you have like both of those things you want to do. You want to have some education. You can have that, especially passive, more passive than normal. And then also if you want to just grow your own business, real estate business, to where you're not that person. Like the leverage you have with YouTube is so high and so strong, which is like you can one time a week or once a month do a great video that kind of serves all the people that you're working with. It's also like, how many views do you get on an average video, do you think?
On an average video, I mean, I would say about maybe 3,000,
Yeah.
three and a
So
half.
so 3,000, most of that's probably going to be the right person too, which is so good, like localized. But it could be that, hey, another play for 2026 is how do you get, I know you're saying virality, but I don't even think virality. I'm thinking, how do you go from 3 to 30,000 per, not 300,000, but to 30,000
Mhm.
of more of those right ones? And that can be all in the packaging, but you're teaching that, but that could be in the packaging, that could be in the strategy of, when I have X number of views on this house, I get this many qualified leads. How do I 10x that?
Mhm.
Because there's a big difference between that and then becoming Mr. Beast and trying to,
Oh yeah.
have stunts and stuff and make it so crazy that it's like, but there's like there's this lot in between that is
Yeah,
so
I just
leveraged.
yeah, like I want to, so there's sometimes where my videos get, 60,000
Hmm.
and but then it's like, okay, what did I do there that made those views, a higher
Yeah.
those views are higher, right?
Yeah.
And then it's just kind of like, okay, that's where and I meant virality in the sense of just I need to exactly 10x, right? So
Yeah.
from 3 to 30,000,
Yeah.
right? But I want that to be consistent across the board.
Yeah. How do you do one a week?
I do two a week.
Two a week. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's there. I mean, I could keep going, but it's that I see it. I mean, you have so much foundation. Obviously, I think right today, I think you have at least a $500,000 a year coaching business.
Mhm.
And when I say coaching, I just mean literally passive courses with a little bit of like tools.
I love
Like I
that.
have a real estate operating system that I sell,
Hmm.
and it has and it's just because I want to experiment. But it has like all the documents you need to kind of have conversations with people. It has ways that you can promote. It like gives you scripts for outreach. It gives you thumbnail prompts. It gives you a bunch of, it's like a lot of AI
Oh, I love that.
tools, right? So that's another thing. I'll send it to you and I'll show you and I'll say, look at this and tell me what you would add to this or take away from it.
Okay.
And what you could do is create that as part of what you get in the course.
Hmm.
And then it's like somebody is not only getting training from you, but they're getting like this full dashboard. I mean, that's like 2,500, boom, 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 5,000, boom, 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 because it's going to help them so much.
But
It's
yeah,
going to be worth 10 times that for them.
absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
I think YouTube, sales, like the stand store, and AI is just you're just primed. You're
Oh
primed for
yeah. Out of curiosity, if do you run everything through Stan Store?
not everything. The video I put up today, like moments ago before this call, is I made 106,000 in January, and I went through each one of how I did it. So a lot of it comes out of Stan,
Mm.
but most of it is through school.
Yeah, so we just opened up a school
Yeah,
account. So
yeah.
did you connect school and Stan or
Yes,
no?
you can. What you can do is, so this is what I do with two of my memberships. What you can do is they buy it on Stan, and then you get a Zapier to zap,
Oh,
and
okay.
it just sends them the invite to school that they would have gotten, you know? And
Got
that's
it.
how I do it. And that's one of the biggest ones that I sold was through that. So I had to like, I was doing like a little chart, and I was like, it looks like Stan got more, but actually it's school and Stan combined. And so what we were just talking about, that whole thing about the 2,500 or 1,500 or 5,000, I don't know what your goal is for school, but I'm very biased on school, I have to say, in a good way. But you could do all of that through school. Like you could sell it on Stan, you could house it in school, you could sell it both, and it really lends itself to upsells. Like that's what I do. And one of them I made 23,000 in January from a free group because of low ticket upsells.
Wow.
And then I have another group that is 6,000 a year, and I have like 95 people in that.
Wow.
So there's just so much you could do. There's so much, but the goal and the thing is just to find one. Honestly, you don't have to have a bunch of these. Just have one. Just be known for one. Okay, she's known for that signature course that comes with with the OS, with the operating system. That's it. And then everything points to it. That's
Mm,
outside of your main, finding buyers. Because these are two different
yeah,
audiences.
two different
Yeah, two
audiences.
different audiences, but it's the proof is in the pudding. The reason people listen to me talk about, oh, how do you make money is because I was homeless and then I raised $30 million, including 6 million from Mark Cuban. And
Wow.
I also generate millions of dollars for myself and other people in as an entrepreneur every year. So the thing that you're doing, the real estate that you're doing, that's the proof. That's the whole way that you do this other thing where it's like, oh, that even that's taken off even more, but it's easier to do because I did the hard work here.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, absolutely. I think I'm leaving a lot of money on the table, and that's where I'm
Yeah,
like, okay, I need to monetize my knowledge,
yeah.
right?
And we can talk about it for sure. Like I'd be happy to help you because
Yeah, absolutely.
that's like it's there. It's all there. And you're going to be helping so many people.
Oh
That's when
yeah.
you know you have something is when you're like, if this could get in front of 10,000 people, like for real, how would it help the world? And you're like, oh, that would help people with making money, like providing for their families, having a better skill, getting into homes, helping people get into homes for their first time, like having ownership, like all of these things are residual of the one decision you get to make. And then once you know that, like, oh, that's what would happen if, then it's just like, well, it's just a matter of like, let's just do the piece. Like you said, you just want steps.
Yeah.
Give me
That's how I
steps.
am. If I have the steps, like I'll go running. I'll go running.
Yeah, love it. That's how exactly, by the way, you should teach. Like
Mm,
you should have a big thing that just like if you do it in school, in the classroom, you should know how you have those thumbnails. Put a large one, a large two, and a large three. Like that's how your school should look, because it's just step one, step two, step three. This is how you do it, and that's how it would be easy for people to learn. Anyway, I'm going
love
to stop
that.
now. All right, thank you so much. Anything else
Of
that I missed
course.
that I didn't know to ask? Anything you
No,
want people to know?
I think I always say this, and as cliche as it sounds, like a lot of people let their environment affect their decisions, right? So I don't have anybody to watch my kids or anything like this. I put your kids in your videos, right? I put all six of my kids. Sometimes you'll see them in my videos,
Yep.
and who's gonna tell you something, right? Like it's your channel, you do what you want. And if I could do it as a mom of six, like anybody could do it.
Love that. Love that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Bye.